You know, a lot of people did vote for him.
Yes.
Do you accept their right to do that and their opinion of him?
Well, I respect their right to do that. I question why the first time in American history a president has won every swing state and is also best friends, and his largest donor was a man who owns and runs the internet.
You better stay in Ireland, fathead Rosie O'Donnell, because if you come back to this country, we're going to arrest you. How dare you threaten democracy? Everybody knows questioning an election is the gigantic, other than white supremacy, biggest threat to America. And it's a crime. Oh, wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. It was only a crime when you question how Joe Biden and that cackling goofball won an election in the middle of the night after all of the counting stopped across 4 states. Weird. No, it's not weird at all. Fatheads like this loser over here are brainwashed into accepting actual fascism, right? Because that's what we had. That's what we had. You guys, you idiots just sold your... You didn't even have a say for a primary. Joe Biden was like, no, I'm running. And then they threw him out and they swapped that other chick. And you didn't even vote. You're not mad about it either. No, you ain't mad about that. You're mad about Donald Trump. Because clearly he stole an election. Hey, idiots, take a timeline and look at it. 2016 could totally question the election because Hillary Clinton lost. Right? Hillary Clinton lost. Then Trump loses, according to you, and you can't question the election, right? Mainstream media press says don't do it. Legacy media says don't do it. They investigated people for questioning it. Big tech wouldn't let you say it. And then Joe Biden loses, and now you can question elections again. Yeah. How do you not see what's going on? Oh, it's because you're stupid. Yeah, you goofballs. Continue mutilating your genitals, weirdos. Here's Gateway pundit, self-deported Rosie O'Donnell. Again, can anybody explain to me what Donald Trump did to this woman that has broken her brain for going on 20 years? She's suggesting that Trump's victory was fraudulent and demands an investigation of this supposed anomaly. The anomaly is that we've got so many people in this country and, fatheads like you fleeing the country who don't understand how this world works. You guys got gaslit. You self-enclosed yourself in a safe space internet bubble. That's why you don't understand how anything works. None of your stuff works when it goes out into the real world. That's why you guys thought Star Wars was a good movie. You guys thought people were going to watch this Snow White movie. Everything that you guys think has been contorted by a forced manufactured consensus through legacy media propaganda and what big tech would let you say. And so you're left confused about real basic stuff. And it's fascinating because in this clip she says, how is it that Donald Trump could win? How could he win an election? Kamala Harris was filling up stadiums. Was she now? Was she? She might have filled up one stadium. And by stadium, I mean arena. These lefty goofballs don't know the difference, right? So she did fill up one, 5,000, maybe even a 10,000 seat arena in Hotlanta, right? Okay, but could she do that anywhere else? No, she couldn't. She couldn't do it anywhere else. You guys were showing this arena being filled up, and then she would go to a high school gymnasium, and it was half roped off because she couldn't fill up a high school gymnasium. That was the case far more than. And then the only time that she filled up an arena was when she brought somebody. She was telling everybody Beyonce is going to sing for me. she would bring out these rap whores, and people would come to see them and then leave. But let's take the fundamental thing that you just said. Kamala Harris could fill up an arena. Donald Trump couldn't, even though Donald Trump was filling up entire venues and then overflow outside, right? But how come that logic didn't work out with Joe Biden? Joe Biden couldn't get 4 people to see him. Joe Biden would bring Obama with him, and they couldn't fill up a parking lot. she'll say COVID. But you guys were fine because you had your safe and effective vaccines, and you guys were quadruple masking, so it couldn't have been COVID. Yeah, logic evades these people. But here she is, Rosie O'Donnell, questioning the results of the 2024 election, calling for an investigation, claiming that Trump and his best friend, a man who owns and runs the internet. No, that's not how any of this works. He owns one platform. He owns Twitter. He doesn't own Facebook. He doesn't own Google. He doesn't own Oracle or Amazon. He doesn't own anything. He owns Twitter. He owns the internets. Hey kids, help Caputa. Anyway, I think that Kamala Harris was filling up stadiums with supporters while Trump wasn't able to do so. Well, hold on, what? Trump was totally able to do so. Yeah. So here again, 20 plus years later, after making fun of this dumb idiot, she has now fled the country because she's absolutely convinced that this place is a fascist dictatorship. And so the only place safe for her to question the election is in Ireland. No, you can question it here. All of you rejects are questioning it here. Bill Maher's you guys are all on Bill. You're all questioning it here. You're allowed to question election. The best case for whether or not you're in a fascist dictatorship is, can you question the election? When Trump wins, you're allowed to question the election. When Joe Biden wins, you're not allowed to question the election. There was the actual fascism, you dumb bitch. This fat idiot. But I rest well knowing that this chick never rests well. This chick has fled this country, and she is doing talk shows in Ireland where she wants a federal investigation of our 2024 election. Trump broke this one, and it's our job to go out there and continue breaking these lefties and making them nuts, boys.
Please, it's too much winning.
Let's get it done. Thanks so much for watching the video. Support channel, kept up to date. Fathead Rosie O'Donnell over here. Hit the subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.